Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. Today's the daily news. It's a little bit late. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to check it out, kind of wanted to play through so I'd have a good idea of the events. And so the events that went live look really, really good to me. Curious what you guys think. But yeah, there's a couple different things going on. They look really, really good. One thing you may not know about, but it was in the official WWE Champions Discord. Every day there's going to be a claim for a lady. And so, like, just of note here, day 7 is Rhea Ripley Heavy Metal. Still a very, very, very good ladies acrobat, right? Tori Wilson Hall of Fame if you weren't around for her. Same thing with Molly Holly if you weren't around for her. Mae Young is pretty strong, and then Tori Wilson Glamorous, who's been fairly rare, is today. Along with it, you're getting Blitz tickets. So 4 today, and then 1 the rest of the days. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Blitz tickets. There's 2 Blitzes going on right now, but you'll end up getting 10 Blitz tickets. I'm just going to go ahead and claim this, and I'll show you the Blitz that it's for. There's, like I said, 2 Blitzes going on. Regular Gauntlet Blitz, you need to join with at least 3. And there's posters and shards in this final bag. Maybe when we get in, we can see. I don't believe there's any CSS when you go contest. No CSS, right? So you can take your best 3 ladies in, +2 move charge here, +3 here, whatever, right? So I am just going to run probably with Tiffy, or actually lower talent and hits harder, probably Piper. Yeah, and then run super low talent with the other 3 slots. So we'll run it like that. And let's go ahead and get in here and take a look, see if there's any bad surprises or anything for you guys. I haven't played this one yet. I kind of want to look at the bag with you guys so we can see what's in it when we get there. So let's just go through here really quick. Piper. So I have +2 move charge. 1 for my turn is 7. Perfect. Really safe then. So we can go here. And here. Actually, just in case. My hodgepodge metals to make something decent on Piper till I get a red move damage. Yeah. So the Ubiola auto, the first couple with Piper, right? If the green's loaded, because that's the damage one, and it's gonna hit. So you could auto the first one for sure. I mean, if you're set up this way, that is. But we'll see. This was like, what was it, like 10 million coin or something like that? 1 million coin. Let's see when it gets here. There wasn't commas, so that's like 10 million, I think. Who knows? Ironically enough, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Yeah, 10 million coin the first match, 1,000 TP the second. So that's going to be 100 million coin and 10,000 TP if you claim your tickets and do the Blitz every day. So that's nice. May should pose no problems here. She does have a strap, but I doubt it's the big boy medals. Yeah, it's not. So a non-factor there. I don't know why I'm doing that. Just being weird. There's no reason. It's taking longer for no good reason. So yeah, this is event 1, which I think is pretty great, but let's see what we get out of the bag, and what's possible to be in the bag as well. I think it's posters and shards of some decent ones, so let's see if it'll let us dig into the bag now that we're on the node itself. Okay. So if you get frickin' lucky, that's some really juicy posters. Otherwise, it's 100 shards or 50 shards of each of these ones. So you're coming away with useful shards. If you don't have them. And, you know, I'd love some Julia shards on my main account. I'm on the free-to-play, by the way. Any poster on the free-to-play card, full card, would be incredible. So how cool is that? I'll just run this one. Make sure Bailey has no big surprises for us. So you can be forewarned. And then we'll kind of go into the other event that's going on, which also looks really good. Depending on who you are, it looks really, really good and what you have. But even for as far as the free-to-play go, it looks pretty decent for me as far as how normal events are. I'm just going to hit the stun just in case here. I think I'm more than fine to just choose this out. Looks like she only has 372. Yeah, I'm fine. How she does her damage is pretty weird though, isn't it? Definitely weird, but it's fine. So yeah, nothing hard here. Let's see what we get out of this bag. You know, you never know. It only takes one piece of luck, one time. Watch me get mommy, that would be freaking hilarious. We got some live shards. Okay, cool. So that's the Blitz that's going on. You're going to have 10 days of that. Pretty great. That's just extra stuff. It's not tied to an event. It's just log in, claim it, do the Blitz, go get it. So really, really cool. I got nothing but positive things to say about Scopely on this one. That's nice. I like it. Both accounts like it, to be honest. It's some resources for Mherex, worst case scenario, or some Julia shards, best case scenario. So that's great. Free to play. It's potentially all the shards are useful because I don't have them. And potentially getting a card is great. And all the resources are very, very clutch. So awesome. I like that. Also going on is a new event today, this Ring of Fire solo contest. Now this is where so obviously if you have Yeet J, if you have Solo, or if you have Fatu here, you get some nice bonus points, 250,000 bonus points. It's a big amount. So notice this is a 2-day task, so there should be, or 2-day event, so there should be more tasks tomorrow. So don't panic when you get done today if you're not very far through it, right? Because there's more tasks tomorrow. Now, there are tours, and I did go through the tours with this account. That's part of why it's a little bit later today. See how I could do. So you have Sami Zayn, Technician is one of the requirements. Head of the Table Roman is one of the requirements. And then, what's his butt? Trickster Solo Sokoa, right? When you look at your contest superstars. So I got through all the first nodes with Sammy, all of them. I just ran really this blue MP up sub finisher, except against Dom I didn't run blue MP up, and then I used Lawler to start, and then Steel when I was against Dom. Don't use the MP up against Dom, he'll get you. And 4-star whatever I am, like 4-star bronze, got me through all of the nodes on normal and hard. I did put a strap on him though. I transferred Nikita's over, so it's got some move damage, takedown on it and whatnot. But that had no problem getting through the up to hard, or up to hell, I mean. On hell, I didn't have anybody, so I used Hall of Fame Goldberg because I wanted to do something different because of MP up. I'm like, I'll just use Goldberg instead of using Carmelo. So Hall of Fame Goldberg got through it all for me at 6-star bronze, including Mello, no props. So that's pretty decent. Of note, on normal mode, there's 3 tickets here for the Blitz, for a different Blitz, right? So you want to pick those up, and then some armory currency and solo points, you know, armory if you have the CSS, solo points even if you don't. So that one's good. Now this one, Pacific Punch, much harder requirements. A showboat from the Anna Y Maivia family, which I don't have a good one at all. So I just used Tama Tonga is who I used for mine, right? And but contest, you could use any showboat, and I only have rock, so Yeah, Solo, obviously, I'm pretty sure is one. Let's see if it'll show me in the ones we don't have. Yeah, I think Solo's one. Pretty sure. He should be. So, and then Samu would be the other one you could use. So, yeah, I just used, what's his butt there? Pacific Punch, I used Hamatonga as well. It's Powerhouse. Sika works, and so does Roman. Both Powerhouse Romans. And then Fatu works as well. I used a Legendary Powerhouse Roman on Mherex. This one I just used Tamatonga again because I don't have anyone leveled up for the other ones. And then Pacific Punch on the Hell mode, it's Strikers, which most of you would probably be Striker Rock is who you'd have, and you could use for the CSS for that. I don't have mine leveled up enough to go very far at 12k, so I didn't bother. I just used Tamatonga, and mine, I almost beat Sammy on Hell. I'll probably try again for the 50,000 points, but for me on the free-to-play, getting all the points except for 50,000 feels really good. So I don't think it's pretty, I think it's a really good point structure because you can get all the points, right? So that covers that. There's also Blitz tickets in here as well, right? Okay. So now we can check out that Blitz. This one is a steel cage, so be aware of that. Also, does anyone recognize this guy? I imagine that's some foreshadowing for the weekend character. Just saying. I think we can all guess who that is. And that's the showdown tomorrow. Starts in 21 hours, which is continuation of this event, so there'll be more CSS, more points to gain. But today you have 21 hours to do the Steel Cage Blitz. I did this on Mherex. This Steel Cage Blitz is not like some of them in the past, but there's a couple things you guys need to know. You need at least 3 superstars to start the Blitz, okay. They are going to be the legacy here. But if you only need 3, I just put my lowest ones in, and I will do my best character in the open slot. So, you know, something like that, one of those guys, right? But this is where it gets kind of important here. If you have the proper CSS, you get a medallion at the end, along with a bunch of points along the way. And the CSS would be Yeet J, Showboat Solo Sokoa, or Powerhouse Fatu. They are also selling Powerhouse Fatu, which I'm not encouraging you to buy, but you may think about it, because if you use him, you get through the Steel Cage Blitz and win it 6 times, you would get 6 medallions. It's not as bad as the other ones where they're all strapped up. I went through with Mherex. I didn't notice any traps. I didn't see any stupid reversals that are going to one-shot you, like for the kind of thing you need to use with those guys, right? The characters they're suggesting. Take some MP down props if you need them, and it was not a big deal. I used EJ because he's my best of them, right? On Mherex, and it was smooth sailing the whole way. I just did some MP up props for the last 2, and none of them had like Fury 3 bullcrap when you can't have straps, so like any pin beats you. There was none of that like there is sometimes with these. So as far as the Voldemort Blitz goes, it's better than normal. You can't use entourage straps, medals, or skill plates, but gear and props, moments, and perks work. So bring your props, and it wasn't too bad. So as far as the free-to-play goes, it's just some extra contest points and then some Julia shards, which is cool. As far as Mherex goes, he can do the Blitz and get a bunch of the medallions. That's where this event gets really good if you have one of the 3 required. Yeah, 3 medallions for Pentagear, 3 medallions for the Gruesome Guy skill plate, 3 for the Rainbow Reinforcement, 2 for Purple Transfusion, 2 for Purple Waller, or Grayson Waller NXT gear, 1 for Sammy, 1 for Steve Austin versus The Rock moment, and then 15,000 TP packs for 1 as well. So, long story short, this is a very good event, even if you don't have the required CSS for this Blitz, but if you do have the CSS for this Blitz, then it's quite nice. because you can get yourself two really nice plates or a really nice plate and gear. This is the rainbow one. This is mostly for Kamala, though. Keep in mind, at the moment, no one else I love it on Mherex besides Kamala, which I'll get because I don't have this yet. I do have one rainbow reinforced on Mherex, but no Penta gear. So I'm not huge on Penta, but it is really nice gear, so I'll have to think about it, to be honest. But anyway, for the midweek event, really strong, really good. There's also in the event, as we look here, there's one medallion at the gold chest mark. So if you do okay on this, you do okay on the showdown, then you're gonna get at least one medallion there. Bonus milestones, I don't think I saw any others. And the bonus milestones, maybe not super interesting. I mean, like 150 armory currency in this one, I feel like that's missing a 0, or actually, yeah, a 0. 250 here, right? I mean, there's not a lot in these, so 500 here. It's not really exciting. It gets to be more as it goes up. Now we get to 1200, it's a little bit better. So I guess the milestones are pretty close together, so it's fine-ish, but I wouldn't stress too much about these unless you get like really deep in it. 2000 armory here, right? 3,400 here, and 6,500 here with some, econ and medals and stuff. And then at 10 million, you get one medallion, which doesn't seem at all worth pushing for, considering, all the medallions in the Blitz, some bonus points here for your first loot coin, etc. 30,000 points per loot coin, so you can kind of, like, 8 pulls makes up for a missing CSS, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. But the CSS are definitely worth a lot. And you don't need to do them on hell mode, by the way. It works on normal mode, just FYI. So there's that. But either way, I think it's a pretty good event. It's incredible if you have the CSS, but it's good even if you don't. So that Blitz, though, is on a 24-hour timer, so you need to get on it, get your tours done, and go do it, right? Speed tour, of course, do it every day like always. And I think that's it. And like I said, that steel cage is expiring. We have showdown tomorrow. And other than that, I don't think there's any expiring tours besides the speed tour. Okay. Where was I going next? Okay, the store. I think it's offer review next, right? So here's the Fatu. It comes with 15 pulls, and then you can go get those medallions. To be honest, guys, as long as you can do the Blitz, you go get, and there's also 2 free tickets in here to claim, so that's 8 total Blitz runs. That's 8 of the medallions, and 1 in the gold chest is 9. So that gets you both plates and the pentagear. So I guess that's what I'll do on Mherex. I hate to say something is like totally worth it, like extremely worth it, but $30, you get the 6-star silver Fatu, you get the 15 pulls, and now this is assuming you get through the Blitz. That's a heck of a good deal, right? Like, this is one of those where I would say, yeah, go get it, and then go get the pentagear, the rainbow transfusion plate, and the Kamala plate, right? Like, that's awesome. So even if you don't have it, $30 gets you in the door with the 15 pulls and a 6-star silver Fatu. That's pretty great. When these guys are required to, like, 10 pulls, $20, 6-star silver, I mean, like, yeah, they're required fairly often. I think both of these deals are great. Obviously, this one better because he's a CSS. If you're just gonna buy one, make sure it's this one. But yeah, really, they're like the bonus. The pulls are bonus, right? You get a guaranteed superstar. There's only one Samu. There's only one Fatu. They love to do the Anoi Maya Via Legacy. These two make a lot of sense to me. I like those. I don't like any of these simply because those other two exist, right? So these are whatever, right? The other ones are way better. I'm not a fan of buying the contest points in the polls for the reason, right? Like, all of it for me is in those. And if you get to the gold chest, then you get 9. So yeah, right? Those are great. Like, bruh, Why would you buy 200 of these shards when you get the whole poster at 6-star silver? This offer is silly. Don't do it. 45 yeet shards, whatever. That's not a lot. But if you're 45 away from yeet, he's great. So you could go that route too. It does come with pulls. So I don't hate it. Solo, 55 shards, 16 pulls, $30. You know, same sort of thing. Again, why would you do this when you can just go buy the full poster? You know, go do it instead of that. So that's kind of the deals, which I mean, I can't remember it. Now, this again, I do want to clarify, you do have to beat the steel cage blitz, which is no entourage, so don't just or strap. So make sure you have props and go do it. And run your Fatu at like probably, I would not take him 6-star bronze or whatever, right? I would probably take him like 5-star bronze, and then run 2 underleveled people with him. And you should be able to go through it pretty easy and save your MP prop down once you get to the last 2. But have them with you just in case, because you don't want to miss out. But yeah, that's really, really solid. So I wanted to make sure I was looking at all that right. So I kind of played through it on this account, played through it on Mherex account. As soon as I get off here, I'm gonna go do the blitzes and go grab my prize wall stuffs, I think. Because yeah, it's really looks really good. We can look at the loot review now. So honestly, this is a huge, good, solid day from Scopely, right? Like, this is some good stuff. I definitely give them crap when I feel like they deserve it, but this is pretty dang good 2 events, right? Both blitzes are awesome. So the Ring of Fire loot, 10 gives you a guaranteed mega rare, 55 gets you 3 featured, 1.53% and 6.87%. So it's not far off. I mean, a 10 pull, you'd have like, that's 70% of the time you would get one. So they're not too far off the numbers there, I guess. And it's, of course, again, a lot of it's the CSS for today mostly. And then some other stuff. Snoop's pretty rare. I still don't have him on Mherex actually, but I don't really care. I'm not fussed about it. Tribal Chief, right? Naomi. It's a big loot pool though. You're probably mostly getting shards. Seth Freakin's in there as well. But it's probably mostly shards, just FYI. Mega rare, also some decent stuff, I guess. Let's see, Jacob, but you could buy him for $20 earlier this month. So is there anyone that like really jumps out at me in here? No. To be honest, like if you're hoping to hit something in the mega rare like him, you just buy him for $20 and the pulls are just extra, right? So, I mean, there's some okay stuff, but it's not like, it doesn't feel mega rare. Honestly, I think the loot is not great simply because the offers are so good. Some J shards in here, right? Is the noteworthy thing in the rares. Fatu too, but again, just go buy him straight up with the pulls. So, yeah. And then some armory currency, right? We all want more armory currency. And then in the commons, I guess these 2 are worth mentioning for commons, but Reed has been available in stuff, and so has Seamus, so maybe not so much. They're not like amazing. Seth Freakin showing up again here. And then again, some lower count shards of these guys. Not a ton of standout other than trainers, right? These 2 are awesome. I love these 2 MP, 2 multiply trainers. So the loot's, it's whatever. Like I said, I think this one, like the only way I spend is if I don't have the guaranteed cards, in particular Fatu, and then I want to go get the stuff. So like I said, that's just my opinion, right? If you get anything else, it's like kind of gravy, but really what you're after is the prize wall coins. So, you know, you get 8. So even if you don't hit the gold chest, you can pick 2 of these 3. And then the third one, you could get the transfusion if you wanted, or the Waller gear, if you wanted. So, yeah. So, great event. I mean, it'd probably take a long time to spend $30 and get as much in return. Now, that's just, again, assuming you can do the Blitz. So, I just think it's a really great offer, like one of the best ones I've seen for $30. Question mark. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. That's today's news. Awesome that we get the tickets to log in. I'm not spending, obviously, on my free-to-play because I don't. It would be silly to spend on 2 accounts, but I do think this is a great time to spend, you know, much better than random 20 bucks on a weekend, right? Just spend 30 bucks and go get you the plates and stuff. And yeah, even if you're not going to spend, I think this still seems very playable. You're getting a lot of stuff. You have the daily login on the for this stuff here. In general, I just think it's a pretty great midweek, and that's pre-seeing the showdown tomorrow, but we'll talk more about that then in tomorrow's news. So let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and share because that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Boy, it's nice when the news is good news. It's much more enjoyable to do the news when it's good news. Props to Scopely on this. Good job, guys.